And this is going to be a new show the UFC is launching on Spike. At this point, the UFC has been hemorrhaging cash. I think they were in the hole like 30 or $40 million. And they had this idea to create a reality show. They took it to Spike. They sort of self-funded most of it. And they knew what they were doing at Spike, and they positioned it right after Raw. I have to tell you, I love the first season of The Ultimate Fighter. Thought it was a great show, but I am curious, did Vince view that as some sort of competition, or in Vince's mind, was it always different and didn't really care?
It was always different, completely different genre and different audience. But I tell you, I think that for, that's an interesting one that, if you were to interview both sides of that scenario, the folks at Viacom Spike and the UFC people and how that whole deal came about and the feelings afterwards. Very interesting story as well.
How so?
Well, I think that in many ways that Spike really reinvigorated and helped UFC tremendously. And the feeling on the Spike side was as soon as UFC and that show got over that they hightailed it and split. And I think Spike was looking more for, what's our payback? Wait a minute, we're not getting our payback on this. Hence the whole Bellator Spike relationship and what have you. There was a lot of bad blood there with Dana White and the folks at Spike.
How's that different from when y'all left and then they put TNA on?
I don't know. Probably different because when we went to Spike, they were getting it from USA. The show was made.
I see what you're saying.
The UFC show was something that nobody wanted to touch, that Spike took a chance on.
Got it.
And built up. With us, we were already a proven entity.
Did you ever see any of those early Ultimate Fighters?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed it.
So you saw the whole Chris Lieben, Josh Koscheck, all that stuff. Did you ever think, hey, maybe there's an opportunity for some of those guys to do something here? There's been a few guys who tried to dabble in that over the years, but it does feel like some of those guys could have been WWE characters. I mean, Chael Sonnen, my goodness, you had to love when you saw Chael, right? I mean, a smack talker, but an ass kicker. I mean, he is the epitome of a heel.
They took guys with personality and allowed them to talk and to get us through that. So you knew them. That was probably the biggest criticism, and still is to this day, of UFC, is that they don't have a lot of characters. Name the UFC fighters. I shouldn't ask you this because you'll probably rattle off 6 whole names. But other than Conor McGregor,
right?
Who's a UFC star? When was and then when was the last time that Conor fought? When he got his ankle broken.
Well, but people could say that about WWE. Name somebody besides John Cena, and when's the last time John Cena fought? Right?
SummerSlam.
Oh my gosh. Well, Conor fought too. I'm just saying that there's similarities, I think you could say, in that every promotion, right?
There weren't similarities then because no one knew any of the stars.
Well, in fairness,
any of the fighters.
Chuck Liddell was getting over, but I see what you're saying. The Ultimate Fighter was a springboard for UFC, and they were in the red before, and now they've sold for billions of dollars and continue to be a cash cow. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.